a lot of these videos that are out there of these people recording with their cell phones are being used not only by the media, but by social media as well to make it look like Homeland Security, ICE, and the Border Patrol are the boogeyman. They're just arresting people and sending them over the border. What they're not talking about is these individuals being released after being questioned.
Well, why isn't the administration talking about it? Because you could look at it, play devil's advocate, and say the only reason Trump's doing this is to show increased numbers. Oh, look, we deported 300,000 illegals and criminals, right?
But the numbers, I don't even think they've reached what it was under the Obama administration.
3 million was under the Obama administration.
It was significantly more. In fact, I was working under the Obama administration. I worked under 4 or 5 different administrations. And some of the greatest authorities we have and freedoms to go out and enforce immigration law was under that previous administration. Now, of course, it's much more open for Homeland Security under this current administration. And it'll continue to be like that until this term is over, depending on the next election cycle. But yeah, they're doing target enforcement. So it's how we just don't go out and start randomly arresting people.
So Tom Homan has stated, as of it's been roughly around 100 some days of the Trump administration in office. Mm-hmm. So as of 2025 June, only 139,000 people have been deported.
That's a lot lower than I thought.
So we're not talking about July, and we're not talking about August as well. So 139,000 people have been deported. According to Homeland Security, as of June of 2025, it's 207,000 people have been deported.
Mm. So speaking to the agents at the San Diego border, what have they implemented where only 100 people are coming in versus, you said, thousands of people a day?
Well, before they were allowing people to come in and claim amnesty, and it was wide open. They were just welcoming people with open arms. And a lot of the agents were assigned to these processing centers where they had to go and really conduct a humanitarian issue. Now the Border Patrol agents are allowed to go back and do enforcement operations. And that's what's really limited. They know there's going to be consequences if you enter the United States illegally, whether you're in the country, in the city, or if you're crossing the border. Now there's actual consequences. And it's just a matter of enforcing the laws around them. These aren't new laws. These laws have been around since the 20s, right? With the creation of what they called the Chinese Exclusion Act when they created INS, right? 1924. So these aren't new laws. It just depends. There's an ebb and flow of the politics on whether or not you can enforce the laws.
Yeah, when we were flying back into the United States, because we were in Mexico on vacation for a week in July, last year when we flew back into the States again from Cabo, entering the United States where TSA and stuff is, right? Mm-hmm. There was a zigzag line all the way back to God knows where. And we stood there with the kids, dude. Imagine with a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. We stood in line and it was chaos. We were like, dude, when is it going to be our turn? When is there going to be our turn? Which then I asked Arman, I was like, dude, I need to get global entry.
You need global entry.
I need global entry because I don't want to go through this again.
But you have a felony. They're not going to give you global entry.
But then this year we went out, came back in, and I was like, oh God, I can't believe we're going to go through this again. I should have got global entry. And then as soon as we get into immigration, it's like crickets. Nobody's there. And there was a couple that was entering the country with us. They were on the same plane. They were like, oh, wow, honey, looks like we don't have to use our global entry today. Dude, we just went right to immigration, gave him the passports, and he took a look at it, looked at the kids, snapped the photo. And I was like, wait, before we go, I'm like, question for you. What's going on? Why aren't there any lines like last year? He kind of smirked and he was like, well, it's different administration. People are afraid to leave the country because they may not be able to come back.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I was like, really? I'm like, so it's been like this for a while? He goes, months. It's been like this.
And I think those social media videos also scared a lot of people off where they're like, dude, we don't want to be crossing the border because we're going to end up right back here. We're going to spend 10, 15, 20 grand to try to cross the border, pay the coyotes and whoever else. And they're just going to catch us from somewhere and send us back. If you enjoyed this short clip, go ahead and click here to watch the full episode. And make sure to click here to subscribe to our channel to watch all other episodes of the WiseNuts podcast.